Hi, today I'm going to be talking to you about why you should not go to circuses that feature animals. Everybody likes going to the circus, right? I mean, it's fun, it's entertaining, everybody has a good time. It's the greatest show on earth. Everybody likes it. But what a lot of people don't realize is the suffering and the cruelty that goes on behind the scenes of the circus, that what you don't see, and if you saw it, you wouldn't be able to have such a good time. Animals that are used in circus acts, they're often beaten and they're just tortured. It's horrible. I mean, you don't want to spend your hard-earned money on something that supports animal cruelty. You wouldn't spend your paycheck on, like, dog fighting. Hopefully you wouldn't. I would hope everyone here wouldn't. That would be bad. And you can't really enjoy the show once you realize, like, how bad it is. Like, you can't get enjoyment out of seeing something else suffering. That was bad. Like, you'd have to be a sociopath, and that's not good. Elephants are often beaten. They're whipped with bull hooks. It's terrible. Bull hooks, they like sink into their skin and it just like rips at their skin. That's how they have to train animals, because animals, elephants in particular, they're very playful and like nice animals, and to get them what they want, to get what the trainers want to do, they have to torture them, and it's really cool. And they use like pancake makeup, which is just like makeup you use to hide like blemishes or hide stuff. They use that on the elephants so that the audiences won't realize what's going on and they won't see the bruises, but it's really bad. They there was this video on PETA.com. They had like a lot of good information about animal abuse in the circus. It had a video of this trainer that was like instructing all the other trainers to just like beat them harder, to like beat them until they started crying and stuff. And he was like cussing at him and screaming at him, and it was just horrible. Like, if you saw that video, you would not want to you would never be able to go to the circus. It would just totally ruin it. So everybody should really watch that video. It's a really good video. Um, Animals are often, they're confined to small areas when they're traveling. They're like, the elephants, they have to stay in like rooms like the size of a small one-bedroom apartment, and that's like, I wouldn't want to live there, but especially an elephant. Like, come on, that's not enough room for an elephant. And they're often chained to like areas that are like the size of a parking spot for up to 20 hours at a time, and that's just cool. Like, how can you chain like an animal up for that long? Like, I can't even chain my dog up for like more than 20 minutes or she like starts crying. Like, animals don't like being restricted like that. They deserve to be able to like roam around and be free. And another bad thing that happens is that animals aren't properly cared for when they're traveling. They often have to travel in extreme temperature conditions like heat, and sometimes they even die from the heat. It's really bad. This lion named Clyde, he died of a heat stroke while he was traveling across the desert. He was a Ringling Brothers elephant, whatever. And he just died of a heat stroke because his caretakers, they like told their supervisors that he was in danger of having a heat stroke, but their supervisors didn't do anything, even though they knew that he was in danger of having a heat stroke, and he ended up dying. So that's really sad. Like, that animals die because for entertainment. That's not right. People shouldn't die. Nothing, not people. Nobody should have to die for entertainment. That's just sick. That's just sick. You shouldn't make money from that. Oftentimes circuses don't have enough money for proper vets, so animals end up dying because of that. A baby elephant, he's 8 months old. He fell off of a performance pedestal and he broke both of his legs, and he ended up dying because they couldn't repair his legs. He couldn't stand. And they think the reason that his legs were weak because he was premature when he was born, because they didn't have proper vet care. So it was sad. And elephants often die from undiagnosed tuberculosis because they don't have vets there to like make sure that they're healthy and everything. And as of 1992, 29 circus elephants have died. That might not sound like a lot, but it actually is, because elephants have like really long lifespans, but these elephants aren't dying of natural deaths. They're dying because they're tortured and because they live sad lives. There are psychological, like the results of the animal abuse. It like has psychological results too. Like sometimes the elephants end up rebelling. They'll like be performing and then just like freak out and like escape. This elephant named Janet, she ran off. She had children on her back, and she went berserk and ran off. And she ended up getting shot with 47 rounds by a cop, and she ended up dying. But that's not fair. She shouldn't have had to die because she's an elephant. She was tortured and she snapped. She didn't understand and she was killed because she was forced to live a not fair life. And elephants also, they often attack animals in the circus. Elephants too. They end up attacking their zookeepers. Like, so when they retire from the circus, they're moved to zoos, and they end up attacking their zookeepers. And that's not fair to the zookeepers either, because they didn't do anything. Zookeepers, they're not torturing animals, but just because they're so used to being tortured, they see people as like a threat, and they end up attacking them. And they have to kill the elephants, or the animals, if they do that, and oftentimes zookeepers get killed, and that's not fair to anybody. I mean, like, psychologically, it just breaks their spirits. They're just like these depressed animals. Animals can get depression. I guess a lot of people don't think that, but they do. Like, I see my dog, when she gets upset about something, she gets upset. Animals can be very emotional creatures. They just, like, one of the results of the abuse is they just kind of stand there, swaying back and forth. It's really sad to, like, watch. It's really depressing. But there are things you can do. There are a few things you can do to help prevent animal cruelty in the circus. One of the things is don't go to circuses that feature animals. That's something you definitely don't want to do, because you don't want to give people your money and show them that you think that it's okay, because it's not. One thing you can do is go to circuses that don't feature animals at all. Cirque du Soleil, it's like a performance, like a people performance. It shows like people. They do like street performance and stuff. It's really cool. I watched a video of it. It's really cool. Everybody would enjoy that. But if that's not really your thing, there's also more traditional circuses that don't feature animals. You'd rather do that. And it's important just to spread information about the cruelty that goes on in the circus. So if everybody knows this information, then hopefully people would just stop going. Be like, hey, I'm not going to give my money to that. That's mean. That's cool. I don't want to give my money to something that hurts animals. And those are all the reasons why you shouldn't go to the circus, and I really hope that you guys listen to this and just spread the word. Tell everybody you know, hey, don't go to the circus. Protest.